Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM shit show. And today we're back for another MLM horror stories. And unfortunately, it's been way too long, mostly because I struggle with reading in English. It's not the easiest type of video for me to make and edit, let's just say that. But yeah, I didn't even bother to change my shirt. I just did the Monday video or Tuesday video. I don't know what the schedule is gonna be for this week. You may know from the previous video, I'm waiting for the handyman to finally fix my washing machine. So while I wait, I'm just gonna read a few MLM horror stories. But yeah, before we go into, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. It would help me out. Okay, so the first one. I'm in the middle of an Amway scheme. So I didn't know what Amway or WWDB was until last week, but it turns out the nice couple I became friends with a few months ago has been grooming me this whole time to join them. I'm a 22-year-old girl who just graduated in entrepreneurship in December, so clearly I'm a perfect target. A few weeks before my graduation, so early December, I was at the park with my dog when a couple stopped to pet her. We began chatting and actually started to have a really nice and genuine conversation. So no, it didn't seem scripted like most of other stories. We ended up getting along really well, and I gave them my number because they wanted to meet for coffee, as they usually do. Over the course of the past several months, we've met every other week or so and genuinely have had good and seemingly normal conversations about our lives, desire for freedom, etc. Everything changed when they say I'd really enjoy this Tuesday, Thursday night Zoom meeting they attend about how wealth equals freedom and all that fun stuff. So I ended up attending said meeting a few weeks ago, and immediately I could see the forced positivity and I knew something was a little off. I then met via Zoom with the couple and their mentor, who then proceeded to tell me how special I was, how I reminded her of herself 40 years ago, and basically all these overly nice compliments that just seemed way too disingenuous. However, I am a curious person, and even though I knew this was something I wasn't sure about, I wanted to see what was next. So a few days ago, I met with the couple, or specifically just the wife, and she started talking about e-commerce and how they have their own business where they have connection to a massive supply chain, blah blah blah. Oh, and apparently her selling these products allows her to help others because she can really tell when some random runner needs some special protein bar that she needs to buy. So in my head, I'm just thinking, so are you a glorified salesperson receiving barely any return for the products you're selling for Amway? So that leaves me where I am now. I can tell that they think they have me hooked, but I see straight through them. I'm preparing to tell them I know all about MLMs and that I have no interest in participating in their fun little e-commerce business that has the goal of helping others. They clearly did a great job of gaining my trust though, because I really do enjoy their company, and I'm sad that this is the entire reason we became friends in the first place. I'm just curious of what will happen once I break the news to them, but I'm assuming they will cut me off and show just how scripted and disingenuous and cultish this is. That is really sad. I mean, if you spend so much time with them and you were actually meeting them every second week, it's just so much effort, and you think they're your friends, and then at the end you find out that all they wanted, like the only reason why they befriended you, was to try to recruit you into this pyramid schemey type of thing, in my opinion, which I know very well how that feels. If you haven't seen my stories yet, I've been unemployed in 2020 because of the pandemic, but I was spending a lot of time on Instagram. I was kind of connecting with other people who were into fitness, because that's when I started my fitness journey as well. And there was an Arbonne hun, a Juice Plus hun, and a Beachbody hun who were all into fitness as well, and we connected and we spoke regularly. So many messages, audio messages, everything, and I thought we connected on a higher level. I thought they were my IG friends. I have a lot of IG friends that I really care about. I've been in contact with everyone for over 2 years now, and it's just a crazy special type of connection with people that I've never met in my life, just virtually, but we speak to each other. We talk about different issues, problems. When I had health issues, there were so many women who messaged me, shared their experiences, made me feel a little bit less scared about what's gonna happen, stuff like that. It's a great community, the fitness community on Instagram. Obviously not the whole community, but most of us, like the little guys, you know. So I do get the type of a disappointment that it brings you when you realize that they were just befriending you because they wanted you to spend money. And like I said, I was unemployed, so I only had a little bit of savings left, and it was in the middle of a pandemic. I could not find a job. I was trying, it wasn't for the lack of trying. And all three of these women just wanted to lure me in to spend money on their starter kits. And it was really a different type of disappointment that I haven't felt before until that point. And that's exactly what pushed me into the anti-MLM movement. But anyway, next story, MLM bro at Target. I was at Target tonight with my husband when a guy in his mid to late 20s came up to him and complimented his shirt. He made small talk, then started asking questions. Do we live with our parents or on our own? What does he do for work? Has he been in that field for a while? Has he considered changing field? Does he have a side hustle? Is he a self-starter? My husband tried to give very vague answers, and he said no, point blank. He's not a self-starter and he has zero interest in being his own boss. The guy said something about energy drinks and things like Gatorade. I don't know what that is. Tell me what that is if you know. And something about his buddy who has a supplement that's all natural. He must have gotten the hint that we weren't interested in whatever he was trying to sell us. He wished us luck and ended up the conversation shortly after that. Of course, as you do. Because again, the only reason why he approached them and why he wanted to befriend them and chat with them is to recruit them. My husband was weirded out by the whole thing, thinking the guy was gonna rob us or something. I told him that the comments about finances and supplements made me think this was an MLM thing, but I'm not sure which one could it be. It's crazy how people approach people in a shop like that. I wouldn't chat to them. Like I'd be the same, especially if I was by myself. I'd be scared that they want something off of me or rob me or lure me somewhere. But yeah, all natural supplements. I mean, it can be anyone, probably arbonne or something. Oh, next one says, my journey through Amway to Atomy with my parents. I have been thinking about posting this for a while. I have been lurking and commenting a lot recently, and I finally want to say this to the world. Not US, if that matters. I'm a rambler though, so it will get really long. Okay. We're here for the long run. My parent, Jay, 60s, is rather gullible and have been taken advantage of before. This particular friend of hers years ago signed her up to her Amway. Jay actually went around her circle of friends and had people order from her as well, but it seemed to die down after some months, and this friend is not really in her life anymore. Shocker, eh? This peaked in 2014 and 15. She still uses Amway detergents, but mostly because of a habit, I think. Jay thought and talked about signing me and my siblings up as well, but I don't think she carried it out. But unbeknown to anyone in the family, she signed up to Atomy a couple of years ago in Thailand, not even close to where we live. When she visited a different friend over there, apparently this friend's sister was doing pretty well with Atomy, and because there wasn't many members of Atomy where we are based, Jay was convinced that she had the upper hand and advantage to make profit out of recruiting. My understanding is Atomy is the lesser of the two evil. Well, what is actually worse than Amway? Not many, but still MLM nonetheless. I've never heard about Atomy either, and I haven't seen any videos on it before, so let me know down below if you want me to make a video on that MLM. And yeah, this is the same pitch that was almost sold to me. This woman was in Arbonne, and Arbonne was only coming to UK and Ireland, or just Ireland, and she was trying to recruit me, convinced me to spend my savings on a starter kit, which was over $200 by the way at that time. And she was saying the same thing. This is groundbreaking. We're only coming to your country. You would be one of the first reps. There's really a lot of room for success and whatever. Maybe I would be successful in Arbonne. Who knows? Yeah, maybe I would, because I was in fitness and stuff. I could recruit all of my IG fitness friends. Well, not all of them, but some of them probably. That would be terrible. I'm really glad that I ended up in anti-MLM rather than arbonne. The only reason this is coming up now, although she signed up a while ago, is because this sister has contacted Jay recently to really push her to recruit. My first reaction when Jay told me and my brother in all her excitement was literal confrontation. They're a pyramid scheme, you know that though, right? And are you sure their business model is what you really believe in? The second question was because she cares a lot about being a conscious consumer, especially with environment matters. Jay went quiet. She does this a lot for a while, and we left it there. Sometime later, Jay was all, oh, you know, Atomy even has a good range of products in this field. We could totally replace whatever we've been using. I usually order from a local brand store for toiletries, but she told me to stop ordering from them because Atomy can replace everything with better quality. And I exploded. I regret this, but I was so fed up. How can their stuff be better if they can't even list their ingredients on the packages? Why are you so easily fooled? The business cares nothing about our lives. Why are you giving them your hard-earned money? Oh, they help you earn money on the side. What about your investment to them? How are they taxed? Is there any returns? Why don't they hire you with employment benefits so you don't have to work your day job anymore? You don't even like talking to new people. Why do you think recruiting will go well for you? So on and so forth. Jay argued that I didn't have to worry myself with it, and she's got it under control. If I didn't agree, I can buy my own stuff without her involvement. We do live together for now. Then it just became a different argument about who's the breadwinner in the house, taking care of housework, etc. Jay kept arguing that she was making money from Atomy back in the day too, but when I asked her how much per month, she squirmed and said not much. I found out on this sub that confrontation as such was not a good way to deal with new MLMs, so I decided not to get hostile ever with Jay whenever she brought up. However, I took every opportunity to subtly convince her that buying local was superior to any other alternative when it came to being environmentally friendly. The carbon emission, the cargo, the freight of labor to get their stuff from wherever they are made to where would simply cost a couple times more than finding the equivalent local. I can't pronounce it, but the same thing locally. Granted, it is a privilege that we have local options, but there must be a lot of similar thinking people in our area, and how many new companies have been popping up that are environmentally conscious. Also, I read out one of Atomy's toothpaste that she had received from someone else as casually as possible, telling Jay, hey, so like, you know, the toothpaste I've been using, they don't use any of these, and it's actually their big deal to use only natural harvested material in a sustainable way. It seemed to her, Jay, actually, as expected from MLMs, they had convinced Jay that the materials are all natural, no harmful chemicals. She seemed really let down by their lies. I have been very vocal about environmental matters in the past decade or so, slowly changing all my shopping habits and commute options too. So she does trust me in this matter a bit, and I kept talking about how the local economy is suffering. It really is, because people rely too much on imports. Jay isn't all against random discussions and thinking hypotheses, so I was able to slowly steer our conversation about an outlook on people preying on the disadvantaged to make their profit. She hates this, which is why I want her out of an MLM so much. There are so many other ways, probably better, to convince her and show her what Atomy really is, but I'm going to go with this for now. I did this one talk though. I started with, so Jay, I have been looking and reading up to this Atomy you've been talking about, and Jay was instantly defensive, but she was willing to talk. So I asked her whether sign up was crucial to be buying their products. She wasn't sure, and she asked me in return why I thought about that, and I said I read an article that some people actually do this, threatened that their favorite whatever wouldn't be available if they halted the membership. I went on to say it sounds too unfair with how supermarkets and retails are going to hoard all the good stuff within their circle. Jay did defend Atomy on this, but I just said, yeah, I'm sure you know better anyway. Today there was a package arrived from Atomy. The box said toothpaste from Atomy, but too big to be a couple of toothpastes and too heavy. So I asked Jay, I didn't know you were going ahead with their toothpaste, and she replied, no, there's no toothpaste in there. I listen to you sometimes, you know. You told me what was the best for me based on my dentist recommendations, so why would I doubt you? I don't know how to describe this. It was a small, in very tiny font. It was a small win. The package only had some vitamin supplements and laundry detergents. Jay is going to stop ordering from Amway. Again, still an MLM, but definitely the lesser of the two evils. Small step, but step nonetheless. Thanks for reading. I hope to update you with being free of MLMs one day. I hope so too. Alright, next one. Deceptive Thrive. I did not speak about them in a very, very long time either, so maybe that's something to consider. We could have a video about them soon. Maybe a training type of video or something. I'll see. I have to note that. Make a note in my brain. I posted about my friend who told me she was going on an all expenses paid trip to the Dominican Republic this past weekend. I use the term friend loosely as we started out as good and normal friends, but like a lot of these humbuts, she's completely changed and we can never hang out without our conversations, steering towards how great her company is and how much money she makes. That's really sad how this affects so many friendships out there. As an update, I initially thought that this was just a free trip with no strings attached, but this seemed to set up and promote their way new and revolutionary vitamin gummies and other health items. Of course, she and the rest of the fellow thrivers went nuts over this unveiling. She kept claiming that this is all 100% free and legit, no pressure to meet sales goals or recruit other people, and that this trip was an invitation by the company to not only unveil their new line of vitamins, but to reward their team for all their hard work. Of course, I don't believe a word she says. The only reason I even kept her a friend on Instagram now is for my own entertainment, as her posts and stories become more ridiculous with the constant "can't start my day without my vitamins" and "can't believe this trip was absolutely free" and "going to dinner with my Thrive sisters." Oh my god, that sounds so cultish. Others have said that she's paying for that trip one way or another, and anything she says is a lie. Yes, those trips are not fully paid. I also suspect that she's either paying for everything using a credit card or get some idiot guy to pay for her things by flirting with him and passing it off as if the MLM is actually paying for it all. Oh, there's one update. She says, "Biggest lie I heard was she told my friend who she didn't know I was friends with and was trying to sell vitamins to that Lavelle vitamins helped her post-pregnancy fat after her kids were born, when I know for a fact that she has never given birth to any children." Whoa, she's lying about having kids. Oh, that is fucked up. That's a whole new level of fucked up. Come on. Next one is short but sweet. It says, "Can't argue with scientific studies." I had a full-on discussion with this girl on TikTok. Her pyramid scheme product was the hydrogen-infused water machine. I pulled up scientific studies, quoted them, referenced, added conclusive findings, summarized, absolutely destroying her on every level, and she blocked me. I refuted every point too, like she was claiming all this shit. Her mother was dying and sick, she was homeless and hard selling kids to finance monthly water. Fucking water. Disgusting selfish claims stating it saved her and her mother's life. Completely remorseless. I bodied this on so hard that she blocked me. That's how the fuck you know you won. I read multiple articles and scientific studies, quoting so all the kids could see too. Get fucked. I hope I ruined your night, you selfish cunt. Oh my god. Yeah, that's horrible if she's claiming the fucking thing saved her and her mother's life. Again, unfortunately not surprising, but very, very cultish. But yeah, when they block you, you know you won. And I was just collecting stuff for the Zaya Summit video that I'm going to record and post for this same week. It's going to be our 4th video again, a little extra video this week. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, I was collecting stuff from the top reps from the summit, like little videos and reels and stuff. And I realized one of the tippy top reps blocked me on Instagram. So that's yet another hun from Zaya. I think half of the top reps blocked me. I find that very funny. I also get regular like dislikes. Any publicity is good publicity, right? I don't agree with that statement, but in this case, I think it's just funny because they think they're doing something by disliking my videos, but the algorithm doesn't care. It still sees it as engagement. So again, thanks for that. Today I wasn't so bad with reading, but I do feel like my throat is kind of tired from talking so much. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, especially if you made it this far. Big thank you to you. The algorithm loves you and I love you as well. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.